Hello dear dancers, welcome to Let's Make It Personal episode 3, and today I'd like to answer a couple of questions that were of the similar nature from some dancers that send them to me. The questions were about how do I take care of my feet and my body when it starts hurting, because obviously if you're dancing for many hours in a row and most of women wear high-heeled shoes, that can be quite painful sometimes, and of course at some point you just realize you can't even walk anymore, never mind dancing. So of course you need to take care of your body and especially of your feet. The number one thing that I'm always using is having a tennis ball with me. When I take off my shoes and I feel like I have a lot of pain in my feet, I step on the tennis ball and I roll my foot over it. It can feel quite uncomfortable in the beginning, but it's very helpful to release any tension. The second thing that I'm using is a roller like this. This is of course not traveling with me to any events outside of UK, but it's a very helpful thing. It's a cylinder, quite hard on the surface, quite hard on the inside, but the surface is foam, so it's quite soft. And when you roll on it, so I roll with my back on it completely, so from my neck to the waist down, and I try to also use it for rolling on each leg separately, so literally the whole leg from the feet up into your hips. And it can be sometimes quite painful, but it's very helpful to release any tension that you might have in your legs, so definitely recommend that. I try to do it every day if I can, so because it almost feels like a massage, like a self-massage for you. Very recommendable. The third tip that I'd like to give is using arnica oil. It's been recommended to me by a friend a few years ago, and I tried it a few times and I loved it. So I tried it from her and in the event, and I thought this is amazing. So this is an oil for massaging your legs and your feet to help release the tension. It helps you overnight to restore any damage that you might have done to you. And the last thing I'd like to recommend, it has not much to do with releasing tension, but it does have everything to do with the shoes that we're wearing. So what often happens if you're wearing shoes that might not be super comfortable, or like maybe you just bought a new pair of high heels and you go dancing, after 2 tangos you realize that you have blisters. This is not very nice feeling, and you definitely want to avoid that. So what I use is this. This is a stick which is works almost like a second skin, and it's you can find it in almost anywhere, in pharmacies or in Boots and Superdrug. You put it on where you have the pressure from your shoes before you put the shoes on, before you get the blisters. So you sort of try the shoes on and you feel where is the pressure, and you put this on, and then you wear your shoes, and it acts like a protective layer. So the chances of getting a really bad blister are much smaller. So this is my life savior. It always travels with me. I have many of them, and I do recommend. It's definitely saved my feet from quite a few nasty blisters. I'd like to invite you to send me over your questions or concerns if you have anything that has to do with tango. The idea is that I will be collecting your questions. Maybe you have more concerns or more questions about how to take care of your body pre, post, during dancing, or maybe you want to know how to best behave in a crowded milonga where you don't know anyone. Or maybe you want to find out what's the most polite way to avoid a cabeceo that you'd like to avoid. What's the best way to work with your technique, and how often, and so on, or what to wear to specific milongas. So anything that could be to do with tango, please send those questions and concerns to me. And the idea is that I will be inviting you for an informal free workshop over at my place. It's not even going to be a workshop, it will be like an informal chat where we will talk through your questions. Sometime in February, I will announce it quite soon. The idea comes from me at some point in the beginning of my tango career, not knowing how to behave, not knowing what to do, and obviously making a lot of mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, but sometimes you wish there was someone you could ask. I would like to help you. So thank you very much for watching. Do send me your questions, and see you very soon. Bye!